Hi Libra, welcome or welcome back. It's good to see you. There is a pretty specific, clear message coming through for you today. I have anchored into the core of it, you could say, so we can just dive right in and we'll see where it takes us. Keep in mind, this is a collective reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, be sure to check out the description box where I will leave some journal prompts for you based on this reading. Okay, so your oracle cards are Shift, Water, Home, Lucky, and at the bottom of the deck, I felt called to pull 4 more. I usually don't feel called to pull that many from the bottom, but I did. Affluence, Soulmate, Growth, and Release. Okay. So, you are currently experiencing or about to experience some kind of aha moment or epiphany around the truth of how you really feel. The truth of how you really feel about a situation or a relationship. I'm seeing it almost as if clouds parting, like clouds in your mind parting, and you see the emotional reality of yourself clearly. And it happens very suddenly. This Shift card is a sudden change. A complete shift in perspective about your own heart. And when this shift happens, this aha moment, light bulb moment, realization happens, and you come home to yourself, the truth of yourself, in that moment you open up to more possibilities and potentials, more opportunities for abundance than ever before. Okay. Now, underlying everything with these 4 cards at the bottom of the deck, especially Soulmate, Growth, and Release, I know this is super specific, but what I am hearing is you saying to me, this relationship is just not doing it for me anymore. That's exactly what I hear. This relationship is just not doing it for me anymore. So I'm cutting it off. I'm ending it, or I am allowing it to transform in a healthy way. Now, this relationship does not have to be romantic. Not at all. This could be a relationship to a family member or a friend. It could also be your relationship to your job, your relationship to even your home, because we're literally in relationship to everything in existence. You're in relationship to your own hand, right? You're in relationship to yourself. You're in relationship to your car, everything, right? When I see this Soulmate card, it's simply, to me, it represents a very, very close connection, a close connection. This could even be your boss, right? A close connection that, when in shadow, takes the form of entanglement, even enmeshment. Okay, so some kind of relationship is just not doing it for you anymore, and I feel like that is the shift in perspective. That is the epiphany around the truth of how you feel. So you're either going to have this epiphany very soon, or you're already having it right now. Okay. Now, the other thing that was super interesting to me was that these initial 4 cards, the first 4, they go in numerical order. So Shift is number 9, Water is number 18, which also reduces to 9. So these two, in my mind, go together. 9 and 9, a shift in emotion. Home is number 10, and lucky is number 47, which reduces to 11. So we have 9, 9, 10, 11. So this happens in a very particular order. After you shift and wake up to your own emotional truth, you then and only then open up to greater luck, let's say, greater opportunities for abundance, positive change, right? Okay, let's go into tarot. I'm using the Circular Edition Tarot, Circular Edition Rider-Waite-Smith, which always brings forward a very kind of soft and holistic perspective to any situation. And I was also hearing, while I was shuffling this oracle deck, just focusing on your energy, I kept hearing the phrase, I will not settle for uncertainty anymore. I will not settle for uncertainty anymore. It was so strong. So maybe you've been in some kind of relationship that's like wishy-washy, up and down, like it's just good enough that you feel like you should stay, but also just bad enough that you question it constantly. And then maybe you even question yourself, right? It's like you're just done. You're done with this uncertainty, the uncertainty of this kind of entangled energy, right? It's interesting. I didn't mean to do this, but when I put those cards that were at the bottom of the deck down, I reversed the position of release and growth. They came out initially growth first and then release at the end, but I put them down like this. So now it's coming across almost as when you release this relationship, you will grow. You will expand. Absolutely. Okay, where do we want to go from here, Spirit? Where do we want to go from here? What is this shift? Tell me more about the shift in perspective that Libra is lining up with. Thanks, that was fast. Okay, we've got the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card. Okay, tell me more. What is this shift in perspective? Oh, Temperance. Okay, one more. Let's get one more for the sequence. I'm hearing the word sequence specifically, and I was also talking about those cards being in sequential order numerically. I don't know. Something about needing to do something in order, in sequence. I'm hearing you can't get, it's like you cannot get from here to there without going through the in-between. You cannot go from A to Z without going through the letters in between. You can't jump the Grand Canyon. You can't skip these steps. Oh, you cannot skip this step. You cannot skip this step. You cannot skip the process of letting it go. Whatever this relationship is for you. Yep, okay. Six of Swords. You cannot skip the Six of Swords. Ooh, okay. Whatever this relationship is, again, it could be to a person or a thing like a job, however it resonates for you. Whatever this relationship is, in the past, it seemed certainly right in some way. It seemed like solid. I'm hearing a good investment, a good bet even. It almost felt like a homecoming in a way. There was a certain sense of joy around it, celebration even. You're telling me I thought that this was right for me. It seemed so good. It seemed so good. You may have even experienced synchronicities that led you to it or them. But as soon as you entered it, you realized it wasn't quite what it seemed. You realized it wasn't quite what it seemed. You realized that you wanted more. You wanted more. Whatever this is, this person or this situation, it's been a profound teacher for you. So, if I were you, I wouldn't regret it at all. I wouldn't regret it at all, because it has been a catalyst and a teacher for your growth. You learned through this thing that you want more than this thing or this person. Okay? And so then, through the Temperance card, we've got this sort of this juggling energy, this back and forth energy. This may have been going on for a pretty long time. And then you reached the Six of Swords. And you're telling me, I just can't take it anymore. I just cannot do this anymore. And it's not really a feel-good thing to let it go, but staying is worse. Or allowing it to stay as it is worse. I'm not telling you to cut someone out of your life or quit your job today. Right? For some of you, that will be what you're called to do, 100%. But for others of you, maybe you just need to transmute the form of relationship you have to this person or this thing, right? Okay, so it used to provide some kind of sense of joy and security, but then once you were in it, once you got really in it and tangled and enmeshed with it, you're just like, nope, actually, never mind. That's a beautiful thing. You learned. You've grown. All right, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, Spirit? Spirit is saying pull cards for what they are headed towards. Okay. What is Libra headed towards? On the heels of this shift, what is Libra headed towards? I'm seeing a zebra. I don't know. You may want to give a quick Google search for the spiritual meaning of a zebra. What is Libra headed towards on the other side of this shift? What is Libra? I cut it. Ooh, I cut it on the Hanged Man. What is Libra headed towards on the other side of this shift? Death. Death is amazing. Such a beautiful card. This is Scorpio energy, obviously. Or maybe not obviously. Three of Swords. Wow. Yes, thank you. Three of Wands. Beautiful. This is the deepest levels of healing your heart. Your heart has been entangled in a situation that is not meant for it. So in order to untangle or detangle your heart from this enmeshed situation or relationship, on the other side of it's almost like I'm seeing you pulling your heart out of something that it's tangled in. Excuse me. Like it's tangled in weeds or something, and you have to kind of rip it out. And once you've ripped it out on the other side of that, you're gonna need to give yourself space to heal. Okay? Like I said, through the Six of Swords, it's not gonna feel great. Going through this kind of letting go, shift, major process, it's not gonna feel like gumdrops and roses from the start. So it's important, if you feel you need it, it's important to give yourself time to heal on the other side of this. Heal your heart and pay special attention, or let's say, maybe I won't put it that way. As part of the healing process, it will be very important for you to look at your own thoughts and beliefs that lined you up with this in the first place. How did you get into this in the first place? Not from a place of like shame or self-condemnation, but to grow, to learn from it. What was I thinking and believing that made me want to get involved with this? How did I get here? And what did I learn from it? Because yes, the Three of Swords is about heartache, but it's the Suit of Swords, which is about the realm of the mind. It's your own thoughts that fall and stab your own heart, your own thoughts and beliefs that are causing you pain. There may be some memories that rise to the surface on the other side of this death process. I mean, with the release card and the death card together, I just really feel like for a lot of you, you are going to have to officially end something. Okay. But then if you give yourself that space to just grieve or process or breathe on the other side of it, Three of Wands energy coming in. Beautiful. It goes hand in hand with luck. You will be opened energetically, emotionally, mentally. I'm getting chills. You will open to bigger and better things. More opportunities that you didn't even know existed before. So much better. Okay? It's beautiful. All right, do we want to do advice for Libra? Let's pull at least one card on advice. What's the advice for Libra? Spirit. Advice for Libra. How can Libra support themselves at this time? So many signs in this round of astrology readings that I'm doing, so many signs are going through a major, like, I would call it release and redirection. There's a very common theme across all the signs right now, or a recurring pattern I've noticed. I'm also hearing there's like a collective wave of inspiration, moving through, and it's a wave almost in a sense that it's like cleansing. The collective is being cleansed. I don't know. You're definitely part of it, clearly. Advice. Thank you. Okay. 3 here. 5 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. And the Sun. Turn your face towards the sun. Look, this is also you, by the way. Queen of Swords energy. Libra energy. She's facing away. She's facing away from the 5 of Pentacles towards the sun. And I'm hearing turn your face towards the sun. You know, there can be a sense of scarcity, abandonment, rejection, isolation, fear, even exhaustion associated with this entanglement. And the process of leaving it could also flare up these old wounds, this pain. I'm just getting a feeling of almost like drudgery or Just, yeah, loneliness, right? But you, Spirit is saying, you don't have to get lost in that heaviness. Choose with your free will to focus on what you're moving towards, not what you're leaving behind. And what you're moving towards is joy. The luck card, the abundance card, that 3 of Wands, openness, expansion, joy. This is also associated with the solar plexus, which is your sense of self. Going back to the home card. This is you coming home to yourself. Okay? So focus on what you want to create. Focus on the future you want to manifest. If you want to feel more joy, choose joy now. All right, let's pull a journal prompt from my journal prompt deck, and then we'll close with another oracle card. I just saw 2112, 2112. All right, what journal prompt wants to come forward for the collective of Libra? All right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, 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 yes. Wait, what was that one? Yes, I'm going to take both. I'm taking both because they both fell out and I was only going to take the first one, but no, we're taking both. Okay. They're so perfect. Number 74, which again, just like 47, the luck card reduces to 11, which you had come out with the 4 of Wands, 1111 card. So 1111 might be a significant number for you. What exciting or fun thing can you plan now for the near future so that you have something to look forward to? It's this, exactly what I was just saying with the Sun card. So plan something for the near future, right? Tomorrow, next week, not too far out. Plan something really exciting for yourself. Write it on your calendar. So you have something to look forward to so that your focus can stay focused on the future, on joy, on what you want more of, right? This could be, I don't know, maybe you have a magazine that you've been wanting to read, but you've been putting it off. Plan to read it later today at a very specific time. Sit down with a cup of tea under a blanket and read that magazine and just enjoy it. This could be planning a trip, a day trip, 2 weeks from now, but actually plan it and mark it on your calendar or anything in between, whatever you resonate with, okay? Make sure you do that for yourself. And then the second one, which is number 2, if what is happening is in fact the best thing that could possibly happen to you, why would that be? This is one of my favorites. 23 on the timer. It's what I was alluding to towards the beginning. This situationship, whatever it is for you, even though it's turned out to be something that you cannot stay with long term, that doesn't mean that it wasn't supposed to happen or that it's something you should regret or feel bad about. So what if you knew, hypothetically, what if you knew for a fact that what is happening is in fact the best thing that could possibly happen to you? Why would that be? You've learned a lot, okay? All right, let's get a closing message from Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. Now that my leg is fully asleep. Okay, closing message for Libra. 24 on the timer. Closing message for Libra. Ooh, Witch bottle. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card before. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. Witch bottle. Depending on the folklore, witch balls and bottles are made by witches and magical practitioners, but also can be procured and used to ward against curses thrown by them. A witch bottle might contain vinegar, hair, fingernail clippings, red thread, thorns, coins, ash, nails, pins, salt, blood, red wine, or herbs. Wow. Witch bottles are typically buried on the edge of a property or hidden somewhere within a home to capture and contain evil forces. There's also witch balls here, balls and bottles. They are decorative glass spheres that are prominently hung in windows to ward off bad luck and evil spirits. They're not usually filled with anything, like what is found in a witch bottle, but instead the colors, patterns, and shapes made by the glass do the apotropaic work. Wow, that's a new word for me. Okay, so in many ways, both witch bottles and balls are meant to redirect attention. Are you being distracted by others, leading to disruptions in your work? If so, you could construct a witch bottle or hang a witch ball in your work area to deflect any unwanted energies. Well, that's kind of perfect. Fascinating. I don't think I've ever pulled this card from this deck before. So, it's talking about being distracted. Being distracted. This is a call to redirect your attention. It's almost like a talisman in a way. Something to remind you to keep your focus here, not on what you're leaving behind. Okay, so maybe do that for yourself. Interesting. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope that this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. I will be putting these 2 prompts in the description box along with a few others. So until next time, bye.